You've probably heard of Jim Crow. This is the time following Reconstruction when it kind of falls apart. Jim Crow is more than just those voting rights restrictions that you've heard of in the past. Jim Crow is the entire mentality of the South at this point, where segregation is the rule. Segregation is the separation of Black society and white society, and the Black population is expected to be subordinate and subservient to that white population. That is the mentality of the time period. That is the heritage of that era. After Reconstruction, is actually as Reconstruction is ending, we can see that there is this effort at what they're going to call redemption, led by redeemers. Now, when I hear redeemer, what I hear is somebody that's saved from something. We often hear redemption in church services. So what is it that is being saved here? Who is being saved from what? Well, what is being saved is the white population in the South. And what they are ending is what they call Yankee domination, meaning they're kicking the Northerners out. Dang Yankees. But more importantly, what they're establishing is the end of what they refer to as Black rule. Right, this racist mentality that during Reconstruction, those Black legislators, like the ones that have been elected in South Carolina during the peak of Reconstruction, were somehow more corrupt and ignorant than the white legislators that would have been ruling instead. There's no evidence of this. In fact, some of the assignments I've given you show that these were educated, well-off Black representatives. No, the problem is that they were just Black. That's the issue. The white supremacists couldn't handle it. So what they did was they tried to get rid of them. They tried to redeem the South by just eliminating them. They stripped the Black population of voting and civil rights through Jim Crow laws, things like the literacy test, the poll tax, the grandfather clause, eliminated the voting rights. And once they did that, they could just do whatever they wanted to the population, eliminate civil rights, taking away certain freedoms. Now, we're going to see this in terms of states' rights. This is going to come back again later, because these are all done at the state level. And they argue that the federal government has no power to come in and change that. And that's going to last for 90 years until the civil rights movement, then arguably even dealing with that issue up until today. These are legal methods, things like Mississippi changing the state constitution to require the literacy test and the poll tax, passing laws that required Black people to register to vote, to publish their names in the newspaper so they could be targeted in violent acts. This is where we're going to see these lynchings are going to spike here in this towards the end of Reconstruction and post-Reconstruction era. Now, eventually they're going to decline a little bit, but every time they wanted to prove the white population was superior, they would target somebody like, say, Emmett Till, and put the population back in line. They're also going to use fraud, right? Fraud meaning they're going to do things that would seem unseemly. Here's what Ben Tillman had to say. Ben Tillman was a governor in South Carolina. He's going to then serve as a United States senator. He said that we have done our level best to prevent Black people from voting. We stuffed ballot boxes. We shot them. We are not ashamed of it. And then he said, he said the Black population must remain subordinate or be exterminated. After Booker T. Washington was invited to have dinner with Teddy Roosevelt, Tillman is going to say, we're going to have to kill 1,000 of them now to put them back in their place.